All right, guys, Road Warrior back here again. I wanted to go over the Mighty Carp Tour here that's getting ready to begin next week. Make sure that you guys are aware of that on every platform. I do believe that is now up. Here you got around 2 or 3 days to get this completed or get ready to do a little bit of practicing. In the event that you don't have marks or you haven't had time, that sort of thing, or setups and how these things have changed quite a bit in regards to not having the oversized fish no longer in the game. You're definitely going to have to make some adjustments. I did a little bit of work for you guys as well here. Just kind of going through all the qualifiers and semis and finals are all the same pretty much. The weather might have changed a little bit. But again, the drastic changes is you're going to notice that you're going to catch more uniques or trophies than you were before, as well as making some incremental adjustments on your hook sizes per qualifier and that sort of thing. To me, I think at 1 to 3.0 probably for qualifier 1, qualifier 2. Again, test the stuff for yourself. Probably qualifiers 2 and 3, I would say 5 to 7.0, as well as the semis. Now, in regards to their finals, test those things out for yourself. Maybe it's 7.0, 9.0, but I just covered the qualifiers themselves in this video. And since Q3 is the same again as the semis, they're at Sander going for the trophy carp. There at Sander. Here's the setups in the event that you wanted 3 different options. All these will work for you depending on your level and what kind of money you have. Speaking of which, game credit wise, this is a very expensive tournament to play in, even in the qualifiers. With that being said, make sure you are aware of that. You will probably for sure have to spot still, even though there's not oversized. The odds that a guy can just go in there, again, until somebody proves me wrong, maybe a guy could, but I doubt you can go in there without spotting and get the numbers that you need in a timely fashion, I would assume. With that being said, here's just again 3 setups that will work in the event that you did not have one. You can probably put the 8,000 or 9,000 on that setup if you needed to. In the event that you did not have the money for maybe 1 or 2 of these, entirely up to you how you want to set that up, but I'm just giving you 3 various options here. As well as that flat feeder, you'll notice my friend Big Legit long ago, the reason I'm putting flat feeders on these, you'll notice that you won't get the drift. Special thanks to Big Legit on that versus a traditional carp sinker. You'll find that the setup itself will not drift, or your bait will not drift. As far as the mix I use in the upcoming is my Thunder Carp that you guys are probably familiar with, anybody that follows along my channel. This is in Imperial and Metric in the event that you guys needed this in Metric or Imperial. Scrolling through that, you guys feel free to screenshot that. That's what I use in this clip. Again, adjust your mixes on your own. You don't have to use this mix. It's just a mix that I will bring several mixes, but this might be the one I rely on the most probably. It does seem to work in every single weather pattern, sunny, cloudy, partly cloudy, that sort of thing. Moving on here to Q1, just in the event that, again, you guys didn't have marks for these things. There's several marks. I'll throw up at 4 or 5, I think, here in this clip, and I'll show you a couple of the spots. Now, you could probably potentially, if you wanted to, stay at the same spot. I want to say one thing might have changed as well. In the past, I know some people might just hold their trophy and try to get an additional 1 or 2, but you'll find if you stick this out, again, entirely up to you on how you want to play this, and I'll show this in an upcoming clip. That might have changed a little bit, but there's another spot in the event. This one's a nice handy dandy spot there off of the spawn point. Nice short cast as well. And then over here in the Krellick Barbel spot, giving credit where credit is due. I know Krellick found this spot a long time ago, but there's actually good carp here to be found. I think I do get a 15-pounder here. Again, the sizes have went down quite a bit. I think they used to top out around 23, 24 pounds, I think, in the past year, somewhere in that regard. Now I think they're around 15.8, maybe 15.7. I'm not 100% sure. We'll only find out when the actual tournament itself concludes. Then we'll know kind of what the sizes are now. With that being said, I'm just going to show you real quick how quick this plays out. This is with a 2.0. I think in past years, most people probably use the 4.0, 5.0, or 6.0. With that being said, just showing you real quick how I got a bite here. And again, this is where you're going to have to make your own micro adjustments. Do you want to throw out a smaller mix? I did throw out all of the Thunder Carp 124-ounce mix on top of this. So again, to each their own how you want to do it. Maybe you want to do half of a big mix, 160-ounce mix, that sort of thing. So from there, make up your own adjustments however you want, but you can see how quick this fish actually bit. Again, You'll notice too, again, this is going to be entirely up to you how you want to play this. I am using a smaller setup just for fun because these are, after all, a lot of spotting for a underwhelming size fish, so to speak. But a 15-2 trophy, as you can see now. I did wait this out just to kind of see, again, for you guys how this would play out. That's where your guys' decision making is entirely up to you. Do you want to get your 1 or 2 fish out, or do you want to let this cycle out? As you can see, I got a 15 pounder, but behind all those were small, and that was, just waiting that out. You may not want to wait that out the entire 12 or 15 minutes after you've spotted. Again, just a quick look at that setup. As far as baits, entirely up to you. What you want to use there, that's just what I used. So with that being said, you guys I never tell you what bait to use. Moving on to Q2 here, you'll find that this one is definitely drastically going to be different. In the past, you got a couple spots here. You can't use your boat, so spotting way out there probably doesn't make sense. So you can't use your boat to travel, guys. So you're kind of limited to a couple spots, but the dam spot as well. I just didn't have as much luck at the dam. You might like the dam spot as well, but here's another short spot in the event that you want to use this off the island, a little carp buffet, if you will. If you wanted to use that spot, it's fairly close for you as well. And do something too on a side note. I did notice I spotted out a couple times. I didn't show it in this clip, but you might even be able to re-spot the same spot 17, 18, 19 minutes later if you wanted to. Again, I haven't had any carp fly off too. Anybody that watched the Christmas Giants final of mine where I had carp flying, literally flying, I did not have that happen at all. So again, just kind of be aware. It may or may not happen, but it did not happen to me. So maybe they addressed that, which is a positive thing for sure. Again, I did throw out all this mix that you'll notice too. I think I got 9 or 10 in this clip, but at one point I did a half of a practice with a couple buddies, Keith, I think, and sober. We found that you could get anywhere from 12 to 14 in one spot, believe it or not, with a rod stand. I think they cap out around 48 pounds, something like that. I didn't get any 48 in this one. I got a 47. But again, it could just be lotto luck. Only time will tell if some of the teams have figured out to get the max size ones over and over and over. We won't know until the actual qualifier is over with, obviously, guys. So we don't know. Incrementally, will they be able to get bigger numbers? Will it just be lotto? But there's a quick review of the net. I got, I think, a 9 or 10 unique there, just off of one spot. Again, rotate this how you like. Against, I think, because there's no oversized, you might just be able to spot the 1 or 2 spots if you wanted, guys, and that's entirely up to you on how you want to play it. I'm not 100% sure how I'll play it yet. I'll just kind of type of player that I'll adapt as I go. I am reactionary in regards to, whatever runs going the way it is, I'll try to adjust accordingly. You'll probably have to do so. Moving on to Sander here, just spotting here off of the dock as well. Just using Thunder Carp. I did throw the entire mix out, just kind of letting this cycle out and just kind of showing you. I think these things might top out around 30.8. They might hit 31. Again, only time will tell. But, in the past, we had the debacle last year, so to speak, where there were players that figured out how to get 46.9s, somewhere in that range. That is drastically different this year. But there's a 30.4 as well there. Another 27, just kind of letting this cycle out for you. Seeing how this plays out. 29.2, all off the same spot. Another 30.1 as well. Now going over here, Lake of the Lake. Now most people, I would assume, in this qualifier 3, as well as semis, they'll probably rotate the 1-2 punch off the dock. But in the event you need an alternate spot, here is the Lake in a Lake position I used to use for danger in the grass. It's probably 75, 80 foot spot out. Not too bad. I did get a nice fish there as well, but you'll note, if you, in the event that you wanted to change the scenery or you wanted to just rotate, just for whatever reason, this spot is a nice alternate spot. Again, to each their own on how you want to play it. If it's simple, you just want to go left and right off the dock, then do so. Again, I never tell anybody how to fish. I'm just kind of showing you guys in the event that you've never played in this and you want a how-to feel somewhat competitive. Hopefully this will put you in a position where the numbers may or may not play out for you. Again, that is fishing here on Fishing Planet, but nonetheless, I had a bunch of questions being asked on this on my last couple live streams, so I wanted to put this clip up to help out all of you guys that are not familiar with the new way that things are working. Again, I'm still experimenting myself on the new spotting mechanics here on Fishing Planet. It definitely seems more of a quantity thing than a quality thing in regards to sizes, at least. Now there is a small end as well on the carp itself. was down to a 15 pound. But just a quick review of the net there. I did get a couple 30 pounders, but I hope this helps you guys out in the future, and great luck to everybody that's participating in the Mighty Carp Tour 2025. If this helps you guys out, please feel free to leave a like. See you again in the next one.